Hey guys, just gonna do a really quick little mixing video for my pouring medium. This is the pouring medium that I use for blooms and for pretty much every type of paint that I do except for pearl pours. And it does work with the Dutch pour, but it's really hard to get the paint thinned down enough so that it will flow nicely. But you can use it for a Dutch pour. So I wanted to just do this video really quick, and this is all I'm going to cover is just mixing the pouring medium. So I've got a 1 quart container. I have a 5.5 ounce snack cup, which is what I mix a lot of my paints in. And I have Sax TrueFlow acrylic gel medium. This is by far my favorite gel medium to use in my pouring medium. So I'm going to fill this 5.5 ounce cup one time right to the top and dump it all in the bucket. Making sure I don't have any air bubbles as I'm splurping paint gel medium everywhere. So that is right to the top, and that's going right in this bucket. Clean it all out. And it's really important to mix it this way so that you don't get any unmixed gel medium, because you definitely want to make sure it is a thoroughly smooth and creamy mix. So that was 5.5 ounces of the Sax TrueFlow. Get this covered because it dries really quick. And then I'm going to fill this cup 4 times, mixing it in between each cup with Flood Floetrol. This is what they refer to as American Floetrol. I have shaken this jug up really, really well because it does separate. And I use a piece of tulle and an elastic as an automatic strainer. So all I have to do is just pour it out and it's already strained. And I'm filling it right to the top. And dumping it right in. This will help me to get the rest of my gel out of the cup. And I'm going to mix this thoroughly. Now this doesn't take very long. This particular brand of gel medium is very easy to blend. Now you want to do this at least one day before you plan to use it, so that any bubbles that you entrain into the mixture will have a chance to come to the surface, and you can gently stir them off the top and mix your paints. And then once you mix your paints, if you're not too vigorously stirring, you can use your paints right away. I often do. You can always torch out any bubbles that you get. But it is much nicer, especially if you're using metallics or Amsterdam pearls. You don't want those bubbles, and waiting is the way to get nice, smooth, even color in your pours. So that only took about a minute, and I consider that really well incorporated. I'm going to give this a little bit of a scrape on the bottom, just to make sure there's no gel medium left stuck to the bottom. We want that entirely incorporated. And at this point, this is starting to thin already, but it's very gloppy. So Cup number 2. Pour it all in. Scrape it all out. And mix, mix, mix. About the same amount of time. Get everything incorporated. See how fast that mixes in? Looks great. Cup number 3. This doesn't require quite as long. You can just get it blended in nicely. And if you prefer, you can use one of those dollar store whisks at this point to assure that everything is blended, but you absolutely are going to need to wait at least a day before trying to use it if you expect to have smooth paints. I generally don't feel that I need to. It mixes so well. And then cup number 4. Capping up the Floetrol, putting it away. And that 4th cup is going right in. This leaves me enough room to add some water. I always use distilled water, not tap water, not filtered water, not spring water. You want the purest water so that you know there's nothing else in there that could affect your paints, your colors, your paintings. I'll rinse this out and reuse it for mixing a paint color. And I'm just going to give this a really good stir. And I can see I've made all kinds of bubbles. See how thick it still is? This is like more than a mound on a mound. And once you add tube paint to it, hang on. It's going to be super thick. So it does require a bit of water to be usable. If you want to add some texture to your paintings, but not a lot of texture, you can use this unthinned with tube paints. And there, that is done. I will cap this and set it in my cabinet. And I have a full, almost a full quart of pouring medium. Thanks for watching.